Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa with Belle of the Bath, and this month we are working on our Designer Men series, Designer Men soap collection. It will be available June 4th, 2021 at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on our website. This is the Str8 Sauvage soap. It's a dupe of Dior Sauvage, and it smells absolutely wonderful. So on this soap I used a very dark blue, navy blue. Added some charcoal in there to make it a little bit darker, and then I lightened it up a bit, so I have two different shades of, or two different navy blues in here. I have a dark one and a lighter one. Then I have white as an accent color, and I tried to keep it like the bottle. It's up top, the bottle is really navy blue. I thought it was black at first, but it's really navy blue, and it kind of fades down like an ombre into a medium navy blue, and then at the bottom of course it's like clear. So I tried to use those colors to represent this specific fragrance. I think the blues worked really well in this soap. They look absolutely amazing. So we're going to cut this one open and see what we have on the inside. I didn't really do much for a swirl. I did kind of like an in the pot swirl. I made up my 3 different colors of batter, and then as I was pouring them in, I poured about half of each one in, and then went back and poured the other half of each one in, and then poured the whole entire bucket into the mold. So we're gonna see what we have. I'm hoping it's not too girly, you know, with the swirls. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be kind of a cool pattern to it. I'm excited to see what's in here, so let's cut this open and see what we have. Okay, we got everything lined up. Make sure we get 2 good size sample bars off the end. Okay. Oh man. And some of these are going to have a lot more white in them than the others. I'll pull one from kind of close to the center and see what we get. Oh, this is beautiful. I hope the camera's picking it up. This really deep dark navy blue, it does look almost black, and then you have the lighter navy blue with the white accents. I think it looks really good. I think it's a good representation of the Dior Sauvage packaging or the bottle, the color of it. This is a gorgeous soap. And it absolutely smells amazing. I hope this is the soaping video that something happened to the connection with my camera. And I lost my preview. You know, I can usually preview it on my phone. I have my phone like up here, and I can preview like what I'm doing on my phone to make sure I'm staying in frame and all that jazz. Well, something happened and I lost connection with the camera, and I thought, because it's, you know, it's done it a bunch before. Oh, that one's really pretty. It's done it a bunch before. Check out that side. Woo. And so I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. I was like, oh, it's still recording, you know, it always does. It just, I can't see it, so I have no clue what I'm doing, you know, if you guys can even, if I'm in frame or whatever. So I just kept moseying on along, and then at the end I realized that somewhere during the soap making video the camera had actually shut off. So I don't think you guys got to see, I haven't reviewed the film yet, video clips. I usually do all my editing and stuff like the 2nd or 3rd day after I make them, and I haven't gotten to review that video footage yet to see actually what happened and how much is there. So I'm hoping and praying. I know the file size was not as big as my soaping videos normally are. And I think I was quite chatty and rambly that day. A little. So yeah, I'm gonna have to review that and see what happened. But of course, by the time you see this cutting video, you will have already seen how much footage is actually there. So yeah, it was kind of a mess. I was a little bit upset because this, you know, this soaked wonderfully. This fragrance, it was amazing to work with. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is a schmexy scent, you know what I mean? This is definitely one that you want to pick up for your man. You know, father, boyfriend, husband, uncle, guy friend, you know, whatever. This is the manly bar. This smells so amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled Dior Sauvage. Let me know down in the comments. Have you smelled Dior Sauvage? And did you like it if you have smelled it? Interested to know. So you guys leave me a comment. I want to hear from you guys as to how these scents are doing. I know we've had a lot of people in the past that, you know, they'll message me or something and say, oh, I love the smell of this. And, you know, I just wish I could share it with you guys to, you know, see everything, that you guys could see and hear everything as far as comments about these soaps. I know we've looked at the analytics of the YouTube channel. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe now. Click the notification bell so that you'll be alerted whenever I upload new content. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. But yeah, so there haven't been a lot of comments in the way of, you know, the questions being asked. Like, I would like to start a conversation with you guys, and I appreciate the, you know, ooh, that's pretty, or that smell, you know, that design or swirl is amazing. You know, I would like to hear from you guys about, you know, the questions I ask. Let's start a conversation. Do you like Dior Sauvage? Have you smelled it? Oh, that one's, gosh, I love this one. You can clearly see the navy blue and then the lighter navy blue, and it's got this little like swoosh of white through it. Almost looks like a tidal wave or something. That's really nice. But yeah, this is a very, very good manly fragrance, and I think this one's going to do really, really well along with the Old Spice fragrance that I did. That was several soaps ago. Forgive me if I can't remember exactly. I believe it was the first one for the men's soap collection, designer men's soap collection. And oh my gosh, I'm not an Old Spice fan, never really have been. But this is the LE, the limited edition, which is kind of like an anniversary edition of the scent. And it is, they came out with all different types. You know, you've got like, oh gosh, I can't even begin to start naming all the new Old Spice scents, but they really do smell amazing, and I love them. Yeah, so it's just like, it's nothing like the Old Spice I remember, and it's a good thing. For me, it's a good thing for it to, you know, not be that way. But yeah, I think this one's going to do really, really well. We plan on being at trade days in June. We don't have too much longer to go, but I'm really excited just because by the time the date hits for the fair or for the market, it's going to be, let's see, yeah, the designer men's collection will actually be out by then, close to a week before that. So I'm super excited to share those at the market, and, you know, get you guys' response on the smells, or customer response as to the, you know, fragrances. And because we get a lot of men, you know, of course, that walk past our booth or whatever, and they're looking at us, they're like, Belle of the Bath, yeah, not gonna buy anything from, you know, not even gonna walk over there. It's you know, it's girly. long story about that. We've, you know, had some talks about that, but, you know, my business is named what it is, Belle of the Bath, because of my daughter. I started all of this because of my daughter, and we call her Tootie Belle. So that's where, you know, Belle comes from, and then Bath because we made bath and body products. So a lot of men will actually kind of sideways glance at the booth and like, yeah, I'm not walking over there, it looks girly. But you hold up a bar of men's soap and you're like, you know, hey, you use cologne, you use, you know, product in your hair, do you use beard oil, you know, come here, you know, give this soap a sniff and see what you think. And probably about 7 to 8 times out of 10, they're gonna buy it. They will find, you know, if it's not the scent of bar, you know, that you handed them, they'll go through and look at the entire men's line and like smell each and every one, and they will find something they like. So it's always a good idea if this is your thing. I mean, you know, a lot of times it's somebody just wants to stay in their, you know, female fragrance line, but I really think it's helpful to have a men's line as well, because that's pretty much double the chances of making a sale, because you have the women who are obviously buying for them, their mothers, their friends, their sisters, their, you know, whatever, and they're going to come through, they're going to smell this, they're going to be like, hey, I want my guy to smell like that, or I think such and such would like this scent. And they wind up buying something for the men as well. So it does help a lot with sales to have a men's line in your products. And we have found the men's line actually does a lot better than the women's line. The men's line actually draws them in. And once they're there, then they're like, oh, well, I'll just get a little something for me too. And that's very, very helpful. And we want to be able to provide that service. We don't want to just cater to women, you know, older women, little girls, teenagers, whatever. We want to appeal to the men as well, because they use soap, you know, and there's a lot of men out there who do put product in here. You know, they have the same hair issues we do. They might have frizzy hair, they might have curly hair, long hair, you know, and they want their hair to be a little bit more manageable, you know. So there are tons of products that men do use. It might not be as widely talked about, but come on, that men do use product. They like I said, it might not be widely talked about, and they might not want to admit that, but men like to smell good as well, and take care of themselves, and, you know, pamper themselves every once in a while too. Really good idea to have a men's line. Okay, well, we're done chatting for today. I'm going to get over to our very next cutting video, which will be a secret. You have to watch the next making in order to see the cut. Okay, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Love this soap, by the way. Smells amazing. Go pick up a bar June 4th on the website, belleofthebath.com. They will be ready and available at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We accept, you know, PayPal, any kind of debit card, credit card. You don't even have to have a PayPal account. Square, I think we have Apple Pay, Google Pay, all kinds of payment options that we have. So go to the website on June 4th, 3 p.m. and grab a bar for him, for her, for everybody. We do have a lot of products that, well, we have one product right now that is not in our lineup, and that's our body butter. We have kind of a soft formulation on our body butter with lower melting temp oils and butters that are used, because we want it to be readily absorbed into the skin and very quickly absorbed into the skin. And we have been working to formulate a higher melt temp body butter so that it does better in the summer months. And I'm really confident that this is, it's not gonna make it super thick or, you know, feeling like you're slathering paste on your body or anything like that. It's going to have the same amazing qualities to it. It's just going to be a little bit more stable in higher temps. So that'll be able to, you know, for us to provide it for you guys for a lot longer than we normally would. Still probably in the dead of the summer, yeah, it's still probably not going to happen as far as that. And outdoor markets and things without having some type of refrigeration or cooling to keep these products, the temp of the products regulated. We're not going to be, you know, offering those during the middle of the summer months, but we're trying to prolong those sales because people love body butter year round. It's not just a winter and, you know, fall, spring type deal. It's people want the body butter even in the summertime. So we're trying to get to that point where we can have that formulation up and going by next year. We should be good to go. So yay, I'm excited for that. What else? Was there something else I was going to say? No? Maybe? Yeah? Oh yeah, all of the designer women's, we still have a little bit of the fruits and florals collection that we had for April. There's still a few bars available of each one. I think. I just had to check on that. Yeah, we're running really low of the gardenia and the grapefruit. Those two did really, really well. So those will be available at the, it's actually cold water trade days. I don't know if any locals watch my channel, but there's a small town kind of close to us. It's called Coldwater, Mississippi, and they have trade days. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with trade days that aren't from around here. It's kind of a big deal. And we're actually going to be set up there this year in June, and I just haven't been really into the you know, going to trade days all year round, or not all year round, but for the year, for the season. They do it in June, August, and October, and I just haven't really pushed myself to go to those. You know, severe anxiety. Anxiety is kind of a big factor in that. A lot of people around, and I'm like, oh no. But I'm pushing myself this year. So we're actually going to do the June show, and I'm excited about it. I really am. We did really well the last time we showed up at trade days. I was amazingly surprised at the outpouring of support, and, you know, people that were just like, hey, we've never heard of you, you know, and oh, you're local, and we've been here for 6 years, well, going on 6 years. This October will be 6 years that we've been in business, and there's still a lot of people that don't know who we are, what we do, what we stand for. And so we want to make more local people aware of that, and that we're here. And, you know, we're not some huge wannabe, like, franchised out company. Absolutely not. My dream is actually to have my own brick and mortar, but I want it to be a local thing. I never want to have more than one location because I would like to stay in control of that. I never want the business getting bigger than what I'm able to do, because it's not really a control thing. My husband would probably disagree. It's not really a control thing. It's that, well, I mean, I guess it is, because I want to be able to control the quality of my products. I want to be the maker. I want to be the creator. I don't want to pass the buck on to someone else and pay someone else to be, you know, pouring my soap and coming up with all the creative ideas and all this. You know, I love the part of that. I love the actually, you know, the creating, the designing, the doing. That's, you know, that's my wheelhouse, and I just don't want it to ever get that big. I would rather stay for like little craft fairs and market shows and things like that. I you know, done a couple of consignment boutiques, or in boutiques, and that's just not my thing. I don't want someone else in charge of whether my product sells or not. You know, which if people buy your products and like your products, they're going to sell themselves. But I find it harder to do that if it's in a boutique or shop. It's not really personal, and I feel that the personal connection, the one-on-one talking with the creator, being able to ask questions and have those questions answered about the products right then and there, and someone who's very knowledgeable about your products, is only going to come from you. So we take great pride in the products that we have. Everyone in the family uses our products. Yeah, so that's my ramble for today. I always do this. I always wind up like talking to you guys and just like word vomiting and everything. So anyway, this was Dior Sauvage. We're calling it Straight Up Savage. Actually, I might change it to Straight Savage because I think that's cool. But the scent is amazing. All right, guys. We will see you back for the next making and cutting video. Bye.